Touched your garment before. I wasn't that healed. I did have faith in you. That was me talking to someone in my life who I don't have a real relationship with anymore. I see them on holidays, if that. Even though they live next door. I went to say hi yesterday for the first time in a while. And one of them barely acknowledged my presence. Kind of looked upset, although might have been upset through their own personal world that I'm not the center of. And immediately walked away and out of sight. So I felt like they didn't need me, might have even upset them. So I left. So just wanted to say hi, turned around and left. And that is all I wanted to do. Just wanted to say hi. And if you didn't notice, I kept away from specifics because I'm terrified that if I ever post anything, that it'll be judged, and it will, wholeheartedly, by everyone. That's what YouTube commenters do. They judge. And so do humans in real life. We just seldomly do it out loud. Which reminds me of that AA meeting I went to. I felt loved because I didn't feel judged. I felt pressure. It was a beginner's meeting. I was the only beginner there. And they said, "You're the most important person in this room," which flies into my ego and plays into the fact that I'm the center of the world and it revolves around me, which pressure. Did I say that there? Nope. All I said when I got there was, I'm scared. It wasn't because of the alcoholics thing. I mean, maybe. I don't really know. I think I'm emotional, which makes me an addict. And the emotion I don't like is when the emotion I have is one I don't like, or I think it's someone else's intent to upset me. Then I go to a place where I used to have a good time. And when I was in college, I drank all the time with my friends. And I loved them. I also played video games with them. I watched television, still watch those same shows, play those same games. I mean, not the games so much. I don't have a Nintendo anymore. And I'm old. I had a Raspberry Pi, but I swore off everything and threw it away. Because that's what I do when I'm ready to leave. Possessions don't matter. Who gives a crap? How about this sweater or blanket? Or bed or whatever. I don't know. I'm always ready to leave, but I can't. I can't commit suicide. I'm too much of a coward. I'm not singing somebody else's melody. Just made this up on my own. And I'm sure it's off key. But can it be really off key if it wasn't written at all? Maybe it's perfect as it is. Whew. It's really hot today. Or is it not a melody if it wasn't written in a key? Does it not even count? Let's compare that to a human. Do they not even count? They didn't grow up in a religion or a particular group. They were raised by a group of pigs who roll around in shit, and they thought that's okay because it feels good on a hot day. We'd write them off right now because we're a bunch of assholes. Purposely didn't say raised by wolves because of the wolves in sheep's clothing thing. I think wolves in sheep's clothing is not just a metaphor, but wolves are represented by something that treats us like we're whores. Is that invisible demons? Or is it some kind of alien? I really do not know. And if I tell this to a person, they'll tell me to go to therapy, and you have this label. Labels are judging every time we apply one. You're adding to that person things you haven't even seen. It's the concept of racism, applying one thing to them all, or sexism or any ism. I'm driving by houses, so I'm gonna say housism. Yeah, houseism. That's the thing. You're housist, bitch. Sorry. Just watched Breaking Bad. One of my favorite episodes is the one where Jesse goes down to Mexico, and this is making me cry because he's a loser addict and didn't treat school like it was worth anything. And most people would have written him off, and he did something better than people that went to school. When he gets that 96.2% of purity on his methamphetamine, which is a horrible thing, we shouldn't make it. Although in small controlled doses, maybe it could do good. I don't know, probably not. If you're an addict, it's not good. I'm an addict. I'd never stop using it until I died. Anyway, when he gets that 96.2, he's so happy. And he did it. Nobody did it for him. Nobody told him the steps. He did it. And I'm not just out of breath. I'm tearing up right now because I'm a girl like that. Even though I have a tangler between my legs. Jesse Pinkman, probably my favorite character on that entire show. I used to think it was Saul. but I don't know if that's true anymore. Sounds more like me, sarcastic coward. I've been that all my life. Actually, that's not totally true. Couldn't be sarcastic until I learned how it was done. And all sarcasm is thinking faster of something that the rest of the group you're with isn't going to think of, and making them feel like shit but you didn't think of it. But sometimes it's just fun. If you know that the person that said it doesn't want you to feel like shit. I never did. I only said things to make people laugh. It's my favorite thing in the world. It might be a bad thing. If you're distracting them from something more important or something, I don't really know. Man, I don't know shit. I don't know if you're supposed to say shit on YouTube or bitch. Although I have heard the F-bomb, I will refrain from it. I'll say farts instead. Farts. Farts, farts, farts. Everybody farts. And if you didn't notice what my username was, it is Schizollennial. It's because I was diagnosed schizophrenic. However, not by all of them. The last therapist I had told me I wasn't anything. Although he technically didn't have the ability to diagnose yet. I think he was just a counselor or something. He just got his degree a couple of months ago, and I saw him a couple of years ago, so I don't know. Maybe if he talked to me again, he'd label me just like the rest of them. Except they all didn't label me the same thing. You can't dump your entire brain in a 1-hour session or a 15-minute diagnosis or whatever the hell it takes. I don't really know. Whatever the heck it takes. I'm in a church parking lot right now. I shouldn't say that. Or not. I don't know. You know, of course, part that on that show, after Jesse Pinkman does that, the cartel owns them now. So, that part isn't nice. But that one moment, when he proved to himself and a bunch of condescending strangers that he was worth something, was a moment of beauty. In my insignificant eyes. No one has significant eyes. There's 16 billion eyes on the planet, so one set is completely immaterial. Pretty dog. like Jesse Pinkman. Actually, no, I don't know that he ever thought he was worth anything. I used to think I was worth something. I mean, I really don't. Again, the immaterial thing. But, I don't know. You could say we're all worth something in God's eyes. But I always question, why doesn't that go down to worms or ants or whatever? They're just food. We're the only set of beings that's not a consistent source of food. I mean, I guess you could say house pets aren't, because we protect them. Although, considering the number I heard, that there's 15 dogs for every human in the United States, pretty sure some of those dogs are eaten. And 36 cats for every human, same thing. You can make the argument we're mental nourishment for one another, but we don't eat each other. Well, the material part of us doesn't. Hi. Yeah, it's hot too. And I'm still fat. Have a good one. But when you lose that mental nourishment from other people and you don't know how to make it yourself, life is hard. Trusting people, dogs, God, all of it, man. I think I might be producing my own, but I feel bad because it's like coming too slow and it comes so easily to other people. And it might have been AA. But I drank after the meeting, and the rest of the handle of vodka I had. I wonder if you can hear me on this hill. The mental nourishment was the people there. They had done things that I would never consider, which made me feel not at the bottom of the barrel, but at the same time I was judging them. But then after they went around the circle and told me about them, it made them all laugh. More than once. That's the best feeling in the world. The best one. There ain't one better. And my schizophrenia tells me, or psychosis, or just unusual thoughts, that license plate was on purpose. Man, I'm in one state, and that's half a country away. But it's not making me spiral, because I've been talking to myself Just got a rear view mirror on this bike, trying to position it. Been riding my bike to work because I got in a car wreck, didn't have insurance, and the guy that hit me while I was at a dead stop in the middle of a busy street didn't stop. And I felt like that was God taking my car away from me, considering the place that it happened. What was going through my head at the time, the guy that hit me not having insurance, and I gave up. And the guy's name, the fact that he was going to court, and a bunch of other crap. And my opinion, it is entirely possible that that is true. However, it was either God testing me or Satan being a dick. Or that was all a coincidence. Anyway, I like riding this bike. I've only lost like 5 pounds maybe. I don't know. I don't do it every day because I live with my parents and they can drive me anytime. They're retired and don't have anything to do. But it's a sense of accomplishment. And I always think I'm doing the wrong thing. This may be one of them. And on this particular road, I always try and stay out of the car's way because, hey guys, hey, you old enough to drive? Just kidding. I always stay out of the car's way on the side like this because there's a blind spot on the hill. And so my blame finding or source finding mind wants to say that car was there on purpose in my world. Not that those 2 kids were just doing their job. How self-centered am I? Right? Anyway, but this isn't making 96.2% pure meth or writing flawless code or a song that'll live on for ages. But it's me getting to a job that I have to go to because my parents will die someday on my own. And I am getting exercise. It does feel nice. Talking is probably helping my oxygen processing levels and whatnot. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I work at a warehouse. And I'm pretty sure the camera just showed you which one. Which I'll probably edit out. Because like I said, I'm scared of you knowing. It's like I'm scared of letting people know that I love them because human interaction usually ends in pain. Might take 10 seconds, might take 20 years. But it'll happen. Anyway, I'm sure that's not an epiphany. That's not an epiphany for anybody here. And this song that I'm singing was probably written somewhere And it's deep down in my mind. Whoever's in there too made it easy to find. I don't know. I'm sure everybody else knows that. They're a material portion of it. But unless you're impossibly rich, well, not impossibly, just, have enough to live 100 years or so, then you're gonna have to talk to people sometime. And if you have a past, even if you're alone, there's gonna be pain. Anyway, well, I'm here. Almost. We're almost there. We've been saying that all my life. Never found it weird until I thought there were demons swirling about me or whatever. Voices in my head. I know thoughts can be implanted in my head, because at times there's something that goes in there that there's no way it would have come out of what was currently in my possession of thoughts, in my working memory. So it makes me question which ones are mine and which aren't. And if you have the Holy Spirit, they're all the Holy Spirit's thoughts. And then nothing you say is wrong, but this is probably blasphemous, but that's really dumb. And what's the point of us at all? Anyway, I'm sufficiently sweaty, and I'm about to sign off. Schizolinial, about to stack some boxes for 8 hours. Tetris, one of those games I played with my friends a long time ago. Probably got 100,000 hours of that game under my belt. Anyway. Goodbye.